Hey up me ducks. Now over the Christmas period, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I was busy making some presents. The things that I made were these. Now what it essentially is a log burner style tea light holder. The top plate heats up from the warmth of the candle inside, and that means you can add like a wax melt or something similar to the top to make your room smell nice. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a batch order of these. Depending on how much material I've got will determine how many I make, but I thought I'd bring you along for the manufacturing process, so I hope you enjoy it. I did mess around with a few different designs over the Christmas period when I was making these presents. However, I thought I'd use this design for this video as it's the simplest one. All you really need is some box section, this is 50 by 50 by 3, and some angle iron, which is just 30 by 30 by 3. So it's still a sheet metal project because it's 3mm and below. You'll also need some 3mm sheet for the top part. Then I use a little bit of 1mm for the little cowl on top, which is essentially just a little rain cap. It's just there for show though, obviously. It's not going to be out in the rain. First things first, we're going to get cutting. So we need to mark everything up, and the length that I use for these is 70mm. Most of the parts have now been cut, so I've tidied them up with a grinder and we can now start thinking about welding them up. I'm going to start by adding the base to the body of the little chimney thing. That's going to go on like so. Once that's on, we can then do the top and add the little flue to the hole that we drilled. Cover that up just like that, get that welded on. Then once we've got the body complete, I'm then going to make the legs for it. For the legs, I'm going to just use some angle iron like I showed you in the original design. For the rain cap, we're going to use a little bit of 1mm sheet metal, and we're going to hold it in place with just a little bit of filler rod. I'm just going to wipe all these down with some thinners before we start to weld, and then we can crack on staring into the arc. It's been about 6 months since I started filming this video. I needed to take some time away from YouTube in order to focus on some difficult things in my personal life. However, we're back now and it's summer, and reviewing the work that we've previously done, I'm not liking the inconsistencies in these flues. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep these 2 nice ones, and then the remaining 6 I'm going to cut off and make 6 more flues that all match. Before we go cutting off all these flues and making a big mess, first I'm going to make all the new ones. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to use some 0.7mm mild steel, and I'm going to roll it around a mandrel. In order to get the right cutting length for the material, we need to do a few calculations. Now what we need to figure out is the mean diameter. So we need to take the material thickness and add it to the internal diameter of the finished cylinder. Then we can take that mean diameter, times it by pi, and that will give us the material rolling length. So the diameter of our mandrel is 16mm. That means that we need to take 16, because that will be the internal diameter of the cylinder. We need to plus the material thickness, which is 0.7mm. Then we need to times that by pi, 3.141592. 0.26, and that leaves us with 52.4645. So we're going to make it a bit easier and just do 52.5, and that is going to be the cutting length for the circumference of the cylinder. So we figured out one of our cutting lengths, which is 52.5. The other cutting length that we're going to do is going to be almost the length of the mandrel. We're going to do 90 mil. So I'm going to mark that up and get cutting. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. I really appreciate the fact that you've stuck around and seen the project be complete. Now I keep calling these tea light holders, but I guess what they really are is oil burners, because you can put a little pot on top, melt some oil, and that'll scent your room. Now I have tested these because I made them as Christmas presents, and the people that I gave them to, and also I have one myself, say that they work wonders, and also I've experienced it myself, and it looks cool as hell. I hope you've enjoyed this project. Thank you for watching this video till the end. Let me know what you think of the project in the comment section below. If you've made it this far, obviously you've got some enjoyment out of this content, so please do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe so you don't miss any new videos that are released in the future. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.